Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
2 Catholic priests were killed in Kenya, Africa, just days apart. Father Alois Cheruiyot was shot and killed on Thursday, May 22nd. The Diocese of Eldoret is mourning his tragic death that occurred while he was returning to his parish after attending a small Christian community meeting in Elgeyo-Marakwet County. His body has now been moved to the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret. Confirming the incident, Father Kamau Francis, communications director for the diocese and a classmate of the late priest, told Sissa News. "So far we don't have any official communication or motive, but it's true he was shot while coming back to the parish from a small Christian community." Father Kamau added that Father Bet was walking down a hill when he was ambushed and shot dead by suspected bandits on his way from a Jumuiya. Bet served as the parish priest of St. Matthias Malumba Tot Parish, located in the volatile Kerio Valley region, an area frequently impacted by insecurity. According to a statement from the National Police Service, dated May 22nd, 6 suspects have been arrested in connection with the killing, which took place in Kabertile village. Police spokesperson and Director of Corporate Communication, Mr. Machiri Nyaga said, "General Service Unit officers who responded swiftly established that Father Bet was accosted and fatally shot by armed assailants." He confirmed that a manhunt was launched immediately, leading to the arrest of 6 suspects now in police custody. The service extends its deepest sympathies to the family and friends of Father Alois Cheruiyot, as well as the parishioners of St. Matthias Malumba Tot Parish, read the police statement. It further appealed for calm in the region, urging locals to cooperate with law enforcement and report any information that may aid the ongoing investigation. Governor Wesley Rodick visited the scene and eulogized Father Bet as a dedicated servant of the people and condemned the violence. He stated, "The murder is just a few kilometers from where he was today doing some work with the community." Father Alois was a great priest, said Governor Rodick. "On behalf of the great people of Elgeyo-Marakwet, I want to say sorry to the Catholic Bishop of Eldoret, the priests, and the community of Kerio Valley. A few criminals have decided to wreak havoc because they fear the government is catching up with them," he stated. Father Bet's killing comes exactly 1 week after the suspicious death of Father John Mena, a priest of Agwamadi Catholic Parish in the Catholic Diocese of Nyahururu. Father Mena was found unconscious and seriously injured by the roadside in Kikapi, Gilgil, more than 50 kilometers from his parish, on May 15th. He later died while receiving treatment at St. Joseph's Hospital in Gilgil and was laid to rest on Thursday, May 22nd. These recent attacks have shocked the Catholic Church in Kenya, intensifying calls for justice, peace, and improved security, particularly for clergy serving in remote and conflict-prone areas.
Please subscribe to our channel.
On May 18th, 2025, the 5th Sunday of Easter, the Holy Father Leo XIV presided over the Eucharistic celebration for the beginning of his Petrine ministry as the Bishop of Rome and 267th successor of the Apostle St. Peter. Formerly, Cardinal Robert Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, now officially undertakes the mission entrusted to St. Peter over 2,000 years ago. Nearly 200 world leaders and royalty were present, along with approximately 200,000 people attending the Holy Mass. The Pope's older brother Louis and his wife Deborah accompanied U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio to the Vatican. They greeted Pope Leo XIV on the Inauguration Day. Louis Prevost and his wife live in the state of Florida, USA. Louis gave his brother a hug. The Pope was born and grew up in Chicago, Illinois, as a child with his 2 brothers Louis and John. The Pope was given his fisherman's ring by Philippine Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. The ring of the fisherman authenticates the faith and symbolizes the duty with which the first Pope St. Peter was entrusted when given the keys to the kingdom of heaven. As Peter is known as the fisherman apostle, the ring is referred to as the ring of the fisherman, or the piscatory ring, symbolizing the continuous succession from the first pope to today. Following the death of a pope, the ring is destroyed. This ring has been part of the symbols of the papacy since at least the 13th century. It was used as a signet ring to seal official documents signed by the Pope until 1842. Now, it is used symbolically, but every pope still has a ring. French Cardinal Dominique Mamberti of the Order of Deacons, imposed the pallium on the Pope. Cardinal Fridolin Ambongo Basungu, of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and belonging to the Order of Presbyters, invoked with a special prayer the presence and assistance of the Lord on the successor of Peter. The pallium, together with the fisherman's ring, represents the Petrine episcopal insignia. It is made of white wool, a symbol of the bishop as a good shepherd and at the same time of the Lamb crucified for the salvation of humanity. The pallium is a narrow band that rests on the shoulders, over the chasuble, the liturgical vestment. It has 2 black flaps hanging in front and back, is decorated with 6 black silk crosses, 1 on each end that descends to the chest and back, and 4 on the ring that rests on the shoulders, and is decorated in front and back with 3 pins that depict the 3 nails of Christ's cross. Pope Leo XIV's inauguration took place on the 105th birthday of Saint Pope John Paul II, so he wore the traditional chasuble or outer garment that belonged Pope John Paul II. Pope Leo XIV also held the papal ferula or pastoral staff, with a cross that Saint John Paul II used.
Please subscribe to our channel.
U.S. bishops offer prayers, peace, and healing to the community impacted by the fatal shooting at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington. With hearts burdened by sorrow and a renewed commitment to solidarity, we express profound grief and outrage at the shooting that occurred outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, said Bishop Joseph Bambera and Archbishop Boris Gudziak. Bishop Bambera, chairman of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops Committee on Ecumenical and Interreligious Affairs, and Archbishop Gudziak, chairman of the Committee on Domestic Justice and Human Development, offered their prayers in response to the May 21st shooting. We stand in prayerful mourning with our Jewish brothers and sisters and denounce this act of violence and anti-Semitic hatred in the strongest possible terms. As Catholics, we are called not only to reject such hatred, but to actively foster mutual understanding, respect, and solidarity with the Jewish people. With urgency and clarity, we renew the commitment made through the Second Vatican Council's Declaration Nostra Aetate to affirm our common patrimony with the Jews and stand against any and all forms of anti-Semitism. The suffering generated by this senseless and violent action against the Jewish community wounds us all and compels us toward renewed vigilance and action. In this moment, we also acknowledge the grave responsibility we all share in the language we use, especially when speaking about the conflict in the Holy Land. Complex political realities can never justify rhetoric that demonizes a people, faith, or community. Harsh or dehumanizing language, even when unintended, can sow seeds of suspicion and fear, which too easily bear the fruit of violence. In our public discourse, as in our prayers, we must choose the path of truth spoken in love, never allowing geopolitical tensions to justify anti-Semitism or any form of hatred. To our Jewish neighbors, partners, and friends, we walk with you. We grieve with you. We stand with you. May the God of justice and peace comfort the wounded, strengthen the fearful, and bring healing to all affected by this violence. Let us together be instruments of peace, as we heed the words of the prophet Micah. Do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Pope Leo XIV's first key curia appointment was of religious sister, Tiziana Merletti, as Secretary of the Dicastery for Consecrated Life. Pope Leo XIV has appointed religious sister Tiziana Merletti as the Vatican's Secretary of the Dicastery for Institutes of Consecrated Life and Societies of Apostolic Life, which is responsible for orders and religious congregations, as well as secular institutes. Sister Tiziana Merletti is a former Superior General of the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor and has a doctorate in canon law. Sister Merletti will serve under Sister Simona Brambilla, who was appointed to lead the dicastery in January, becoming the first woman ever to lead a Vatican department. From 2023 to 2025, Sister Brambilla had served as Secretary of the Dicastery, the role now held by Sister Merletti. The Pro-Prefect of the Dicastery for Consecrated Life is Cardinal Angel Fernandez Artime. Sister Tiziana Merletti was born on September 30th, 1959, in Pinedo, central Italy. In 1986, she made her first religious profession in the Institute of the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor. She earned a degree in law in 1984 and in 1992 obtained a doctorate in canon law from the Pontifical Lateran University in Rome. From 2004 to 2013, she served as Superior General of her religious institute. She is currently a professor at the Faculty of Canon Law at the Pontifical Antonianum University in Rome and works as a canon lawyer with the International Union of Superiors General. Sister Merletti is the third woman to hold the position of secretary within a dicastery of the Roman Curia, following Sister Alessandra Smarilli at the dicastery for promoting integral human development, and her predecessor sister Simona Brambilla. According to Pope Francis' Apostolic Constitution Predicate Evangelium, laypeople, including women, can now lead dicasteries and become prefects, a role that had previously been reserved for cardinals and archbishops. During Pope Francis' pontificate, the percentage of women working in the Holy See and the Vatican City State rose from about 19.2% to 23.4%.
Our program every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Catholic News World's channel. God bless.